Okay, and now I gotta figure out how to send myself the code. Hi, whoever is here. I'm getting all set up and ready to go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to be listing with you. I'll have another camera coming on here in just a second. And I'm going to try to list a lot more than I did last time. And I also haven't got my wine yet, so give me a second. This is a little hard. I should have did this to begin with. I don't know if it matters what I open with. I have to set up.
Sitting on a line or something?
Yeah. Okay.
Need it closer?
No, perfect. That's perfect. Ha. Okay, let's mute that. Wow. I am 2 places at one time. Who'd have thought I could ever do that?
You good?
I'm good. As good as I'm gonna be. I just had to. Will you go make sure there's no feedback on the other one? Just log into YouTube.
Look what?
Just make sure there's no weird feedback and just message me if you see any or hear any. But I think it's all good to go. Again, it took me forever to get started, but that's me. Welcome, I'm Alice, and this is Vintage Land, and we're going to get listing. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do this because I wanted to put the computer screen on, so I'm going to be flip-flopping, but I also want to show you my pretty stuff. So, I got some boxes over here of some items that I got months ago at an auction. And it is mostly Corningware. And I want to quickly get these listed with some drafts going on. So I think last time I tried to do this, the screen was kind of small for everybody to see. So I'm going to pull it up on a more zoomed in. And then you'll just have to let me know if the volume's weird or anything like that because I can't actually hear it. And so my husband's going to look into it right now and make sure that it's not being all weird. So let's get started. The first thing I have is actually not Corningware. It's wow, it's really bright. I don't even think you're going to be able to see this very well. Here, you can see it better. It's actually Wedgewood. So I think he's working on the lighting for me some. Yeah. Okay, that's better. I just have to be careful how I show it because once I hit over here, it gets really super bright. It's reflecting the light. So it's good. It's all good. And it works out perfect showing it here. Okay. Again, sorry. It will get better over time. I just realized I was on mute the whole time. So I don't know. This isn't working out very well. Yeah, I just said that. I don't know how I'm going to be able to really do it. Hey, Harry. I'm trying a new place in the house, so I'm still working through my little problems here. Yeah, okay. All right, that works good. So anyway, I have some Corningware, and then, but the first draft that I'm going to work on is the Wedgewood. So I'm going to see. Hopefully you can hear me fine now. And if I get too loud, just let me know. Thank you for being patient with me through my technical difficulties. All right, let's see if I can do this here. I'll share the screen. Okay, hopefully you can still hear me, but I'm not sure if that's true because I'm only sharing my computer screen. Okay, let's see. All right, let's look at this. Wedgewood. I guess this would be considered a trinket tray. Okay, good. I'm glad you could hear. All right, let me keep going here. See what I can pull up. Okay, let's go to sold. This feels really super awkward. So it looks like maybe around $8 for that. So I'm just kind of basing it on some of the other ones. There's one here, but I only have one piece. So I'm going to actually, oh, nice. Here we go. I have one. I'm very good. Okay. All right, I think that's exactly it here. I'm going to start it out at $8 and I'm going to move on to the next piece. All right, the next thing I have is the Corningware. Let's see if it has some measurements on here. Okay, 1 3/4 quart. And I actually have a set of these, so I'm thinking just putting them all as one lot. Although the stamping on this one looks a little newer than the stamping on the other one, but it has a pie. And it has a casserole dish. This I will probably do separate. It's like a little tea kettle or just a kettle on there. So maybe I'll start with that. Ooh, a bulb just busted right in front of me. Well, hope I sell some Corningware so I can fix my bulb. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, so looks like some bids. Now, I don't have the lid with this one, and I'm pretty sure it's not misplaced. When I got this lot, there was no lid, so it's not unexpected for that to happen when I go to these auctions. So somebody will have to get a replacement lid. So I might be able to get $10 for this. I'm looking, a lot of them have lids. So I'm just going to go here. Let's see. Okay, so I'll probably start it off at 9 and let it go. All right, 2 down. All right, let's see. I don't know if I like my new setup or not. It feels lonely. Okay, so these also have lids and I do not. Let's just see what they go for. All right, looks like somebody sold one for $14, $12. I know they are more, I know lids are very preferable for these. So I think what I'm going to do is probably sell the whole set off. Here's one without a lid for $10. So that's probably about right. I'll probably price each one of these around $9 and then go with that. So if you notice here, I'm just adding each one to draft. It just gives me my title and my amount, and then I will clean them up and take pictures of them tomorrow. My goal is to try to get at least 20 pieces in an hour researched and priced. And then I got some new stuff coming up, which is going to be a lot prettier than the Corningware. So let me get the last 3 pieces done here and move on to something prettier. All right, so I'll change this to I try to use as many shortcuts as I can to get the process done quickly. So, now there are a lot of people selling Corningware out here, so there's a good bit of competition. So I don't want to price it too low because I'll undercut other sellers and it's just not good for everyone in general. But I don't want to go too high because I'm not really sitting looking for the best of the best. So it looks like it's trending at $9.94. So again, I'll just do $9 on this. And I got this entire lot of Corningware and this piece of Wedgewood for $10. So I'm okay with that. It looks like by the time it's all said and done, I might make net $30 to $40 off of this, but it may take me a little bit depending on how quickly the items sell for. Hey Gina, how are you? Are you listening tonight or listening? I am very clunky tonight, but I'm glad to see that people are here because I'm also kind of lonely. So, but I'm about to get to something prettier. I wanted to get through my Corningware and get all the drafts ready to go for that. So I have another Corningware. This is also 9-inch, but it's a casserole dish. So let's see. Well, it looks like somebody's trying to sell one for $40 with a lid, but I do not have a lid, so I'm thinking $9 again for this one. And I probably start all of these in auction. The likelihood of someone getting this from an auction is probably low, but I have a little theory here about my auction, so I'll tell you what it is. So the way eBay is, it's going to show you whatever's next in line. Sometimes that is, I'm glad you stopped by, Gina, to say hey. It really does mean a lot for people to come in and say hey. But anyway, eBay, typically, if you're really high and got a lot of reviews and everything else, someone searched Corningware, you're going to be right there at the top. And then you can pay to be on the top. But also, if you get lucky enough for customers coming in and it's an auction, it's going to show you the ending soonest. So I make all of my items auction for at least the first round, maybe 2 if it's a desirable product. So I know that I'm at the top for just a little while without having to pay to be there. So I do encourage people that I mentor to go ahead and try to be at the top of the list when you can, because I think it's important to stay up there. Now I noticed that one of these sold for a little higher, but like I said, I think we'll go $9 on that. I'll change it to an auction when I go to actually clean up my listing and move forward. Oh, it's so loud. All right, last casserole dish, and we'll get to something prettier. This one's a little bigger, and it's not marked Corningware. Oh, yes, it is. It's just very, very light, and I'm very, very blind. So I have no idea what that says. A10-B or something. I can't tell. But let's see if I can find it that way. A10. Yep, there it is. So I guess I'm not as blind as I thought I was. Yeah, I would definitely consider some of them. Now, I do try to avoid putting the auctions if it's going to cost me every single listing, but there's tons of categories that aren't every single listing, and I really encourage auction for a lot of people for that reason. All right. So you see I'm really clunky juggling back and forth. That one went for $4, $14 with the lid. I might price this one a little lower. It doesn't look like it goes very much, $6.95. So yeah, I'm going to go a little lower on this one. probably $7 and just let the auction commence. I know that in sometimes Corningware you can really hold out for some big dollars, but that has a lot to do with the pattern and how old it is. And I don't see anything that would make me go, on these. Okay, if I don't break them in the process. So, all right, now I'm going to slide this over and go to something prettier. Wine. Actually, I'm not a big wine drinker, but, okay, so, oh my gosh, this, shoot, that is so heavy. All right, so this, I don't know, you're not going to be able to see it because I can't pick it up, but it's a tub, a plastic tub. I'm assuming all glass because I think I just got a hernia. And I got this entire one at an auction lot for $12. So I'm going to pull them out and look at them. Absolutely. It gets easier. The more I drink, the better everything looks. Okay. So here is a picture. I'm going to take this off so you can see it in full screen. It's very pretty. Yeah, I've heard that too, that you know, auctions help get your store. I do everything on auction, even if it costs me 15 cents. But lately I have changed that method when it comes to books and baby toys, because I hardly ever sell them on auction, and I'm tired of paying the 15 cents just for recognition. Plus, I finally hit a decent amount of reviews, so I feel like some of my stuff ends up before others. So this is called Weekend Pottery. Oh, I swear. I should have had my glasses. Weekend Pottery. I don't know. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see. The good thing is that it usually will spell check you if you got it wrong. So I definitely got it wrong. All right, let's see what I can find. Okay, this thing is like, I don't even know what you're trying to do, woman. Just stop. I said I was going to pick up speed this time, but okay, Whedon Pottery, it looks like. Yes, okay, so I wasn't that far off. It does have, and I don't know, there is a term for this, and I don't know what it is, and I'm trying to learn my terms, but it's kind of got this crinkling, crackling type of look. Looks like the glaze is kind of cracked. I don't know if you can see it there. I think you can. And I forget what that's called, but I have to find out before I can put it in my listing. So let's go back here. And let's go to sold. If this thing sells for more than $12, then I already made my money back. Okay. Okay, I don't see it at all. Am I actually putting this in right? So since I have a store, I don't know if all of you have a store, but since I have a store, I can actually go look on Terapeak. Terapeak will look back from a year. I think if it can go wrong, it has gone wrong tonight. So my apologies for... Yeah, I don't know what's happening here. It is not like this at all. It just keeps reloading the page over and over. So I'm going to have to look for a different way to do what I'm trying to do. If this keeps happening, I'm going to jump off of Safari and jump on to Chrome, because it is not helping my time here. Yep, that's what we're about to do right now. Nope. Y'all don't fall asleep on me now. Okay. Now I actually have 3 stores that I go between. One of them is for my vintage stuff, one is for newer stuff, and one is just for plush. Oh, I got 2 messages. All right, let's try that. Whedon Pottery. And let me check again on the bottom. I'm still not spelling it right, apparently. So I'm moving on. I'll come back to that when I get my magnifying glass. All right, this is the next thing that I have. It's another picture. And that's Lenore, made in USA. So. Need some background noise, don't I? Okay, here we go. This is Linux. So I wonder if Linux is Lenore. Sometimes these companies oh, bye, Gina. Thanks for stopping by. I think I'm going to just start showing off some stuff because I'm not having much luck here on finding anything right now. So I think I'm going to spread it out, go through it, and put it on my shelves. And that way everything's slightly more interesting. And you can see some pretty stuff. And then I can look it up a little later and maybe go through it that way. So this here is a little candy dish with the sterling silver, probably silver plated. So it looks like it can be easily shined up. So, and it's got the like the cut glass patterns. I actually picked up something similar to this at Goodwill today. So I got here a vase. I personally don't know how to sell these on the clear glass like this on eBay because it's very difficult for me to describe unless I know exactly. So I will either put this in the yard sale or I might keep it for myself. It's a nice pretty little vase and run it through the dishwasher. But I just don't think I'll really be able to put it. If it was crystal, I would definitely take the time to find out what it was and what it was from. But since it's not crystal, I'm not going to try to mess with it. Here is a matching piece to the other. And it's got a nice little, very, very pretty. Definitely seems like crystal. I can see some of the glowy behind it. It's really pretty. All the cats are coming this way. Okay. So then I got a little World Trinket box. And this is by Tiffany and Company. So I probably can look up this one fairly easy. Let me look, feel like I at least got some work done today. Let's see. It just doesn't want to work. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I see someone's trying to sell it for $29, $17. Let's go for that magic 12. $40? Wow, okay. Somebody took a best offer here. If you see that with the scratch through it, it's best offer. Somebody sold it for $29 with the box. This is closer to what I have here. And it looks like somebody got $24, but that was also with the box. So maybe, looks like 15 is probably my best bet. I try to copy the listing that is closest to what I have, and that way I have to redo the description as much as possible, but excuse me, as little as possible. But I'm going to put $15 on it and save that and move on. Look at how fast I'm going now. It is very nerve-wracking trying to do this. Okay. I'm not sure what this is, if it's worth my time, but I'll look everything up. Let me tell you, look everything up. You will be absolutely shocked what is worth something. So look it all up. This just looks like some kind of commemorative stamp, holiday celebration, Cinco de Mayo. I don't see what year it is on here. Anyway, it's on its own little, that's all it is in there. It's pretty. It got bent probably from the way somebody stored it or the way it was put in the auction house box, but I might just, why not? Let's just take a look at it. And it is a stamp. It says 32 cents, so it's not that old. Holiday. So, quick peek on here. I'll add it to the screen real quick. I don't see anything that I would consider like really worth it. I don't see this one either, so maybe it's worth a little more, but I don't even know how they put it on there. It almost looked like they glued it. So I might put this aside. I do have a couple boxes sitting around of stuff that I just, since I resell all the time, I have boxes sitting around that just basically I fill. So if I get Hot Wheels that aren't worth anything, or Legos that are just a couple, and then stamps and old pictures, if I don't find out that they're worth anything individually, I don't really want to do a transaction for $1 or $2. I'll stick them in that box and then get a lot and sell them at one time. If you have the space to do that, I would definitely recommend it, especially if you're going to auctions and things like that, because you'll build those things up. Old recipes from the 60s and 70s, pile them up. People will buy those. All right, let's see what else I got in here that's pretty. Oh, that's pretty. Look, it's an old sugar, but a lot of these old ones, look, has a chip. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get much for that. But let me see what else I got in here. Now, some people will buy the chip stuff, especially if it's considered antique, because there's the creamer to go with it. Especially if it's antique, because they're okay. They know that the chips happen. But when it's that big of a chip, and I don't consider that antique, it's more vintage, but I could be wrong without the research. I don't think. And the topper that goes with the sugar, you can see the top is completely broken off. So I'll probably just sell the sugar as a replacement sugar. I just have to find the pattern. Okay, here we go. Another vase. It's got the cut glass here. And it actually is marked. This is from not very old, even though it kind of looks old. It's FTD flowers. Now, they've been around a while, but not antique-ish, that's for sure. I've been reading up a lot on how to tell whether things are antique or not. And some of the things that you can look for is bubbles in the glass. But I did learn recently that Kohl's and Ross and places like that, and TJ Maxx and Marshall, they're home goods. They know how to duplicate that effect. So some of them aren't as old as they seem. So I'm probably going to do more research on how to figure out. Looking up the old patterns here helps. This is a very, very thick cut, I guess, vase with 3 crowns on it. But I probably would just put it in the yard sale box. So no winners yet in my $12 fine, but with my little Tiffany, I already made my money back, so I'm okay with that. Royal China, 22 karat gold. And then this cute little vase. So I'll go ahead and look that one up. Next time. Okay. So a lot of this just means that some of the gold little edging and stuff just has a little bit of 22 karat gold into the paint. So that's what it means. If it was true 22 karat gold, I would be all over this for sure. So I'm thinking that I'm going to either let this go into a yard sale or I will put $5 on it. So I don't see one listed here. Let me see if yeah, see, there's one listed for 12 and no one sold it. But there's only one other listed, so I don't know. Maybe I'll just be competitive and try to sell it for like, I don't know, $7, $8. Okay, let's see what we got next. Well, that's pretty. Pretty little trinket box. Oh, actually, it's not a trinket. It's some kind of little cup. But there's a hole in my cup. This is Nippon, hand painted. So it's pretty. There's a lot of Nippon hand painted. So if I just put that in with the lid, I'm probably going to get more than I can possibly think of as search results. Huh. I really don't know what this is for. If anyone knows, please let me know. I have no idea because there's a hole in the bottom. So I don't know if that's sugar cubes or something else, but it's so pretty. It's got the pretty gold and the cute pink flowers, but I don't know what anyone uses it for. I'll have to research that. But for those of you that want to research, I will show you here. It's got the Nippon hand painted on the bottom with that emblem. It's not chipped or anything. It's got the hole in the bottom and the little edging. And it's got some pretty little green accent. And then it's got a lid. And then it's got a little plate. And I do not have a clue. All right, the next thing I got is a little, so I don't know if you can notice this. Can you see my hand behind it? So good china, you can see through it. And so this you can see through and also shows the age. It is marked here on the bottom. And so this might be a good replacement piece for somebody. It says T&A France. So I'm not going to look it up right now. I think I'm going to set this in a pile for more in-depth research. A lot of this china needs a little more research for this. These, I guess, just sit around for decoration. There are 3 of them that are in here. I have barely even got to the top of this box. So that's the other one. I will sell all 3 of these together as one lot. They feel like metal, and I don't know the name of what they're called. They look the same, but they look different. Hold on, I'm going to switch cameras here for a second. All right, so I had them, that was on my laptop, so I'll probably sell them as one lot unless I find out more information. Matches. Circles. Does anyone need a circle? This is mango wood, but it looks like it just came from the home store. Maybe I'll put my wine there. All right, looks like we hit against the 8 o'clock. Didn't find very much stuff in there, so I'm just going to show a couple more pieces, and then I'm going to call it a night and work on my setup so it's not as clunky in the future. So to anybody that's using this as background noise to do listing, forgive me if it wasn't the background that you needed, but I will be better set up. Now I have a pair, so I would definitely be selling these for a pair. 2 for $10. They're very pretty, matching. Someone can put them somewhere, so I will move forward with that. All right, last but not least, this is just a decanter with the little stars here. And it does have some marking on the bottom, so I'll be able to find that fairly easy. But thank you for joining me. It was not the laugh fest that it was last time, but every day can't be a joke. You have a good night. Thanks for joining me.